Well, hello and welcome to our program today. It's always nice when the family gets together, and especially that you're with us today. You know, I'm always amazed when I go through the malls, particularly since we just come out of a holiday season, and now it's cold outside, and people still go out and shop, doesn't matter. And there you are, and you always stop me and you talk to me and you say, will you pray for this one, or I made this, and oh, my family loved it. You know what, that is just so neat, because really it makes us family. And because family tells each other about happenings in their lives. And people are so apologetic to say, oh, you know, I'm sorry to disturb you. I don't mean to disturb you. I'm really, really sorry, but I just have to tell you this. Well, you know what? It's okay. I don't mind that at all. That's fine, because you're telling me that you've tried one of the recipes and it worked out for you, your family loved it, so you're making it very often. And then I'm always amazed at the ones who have such a heartache that they're bearing in their lives, something that's very, very, very hard on them, and they just don't know what to do. And they always almost apologetically say, could you pray for me, Arlene? Do you know, family, that that's a privilege? I call it a privilege that you would ask me to pray for you. And Paul and I do pray for you because we care what happens to you. You know, recently we were in a restaurant and a person came up to us and she just laid bare her heart, and it was heartbreaking. And you say, Lord Jesus, how do these people, how can they go on if they don't have a relationship with you? So I want you to know that when you ask us to pray, we pray. And we're always thankful when God does something special for you. Don't ever apologize that you're asking for prayer, because all that does is says, I need God's help in this situation. And He's always willing to help you if you ask Him. So just remember that, okay? And don't apologize. I love to talk with you and to hear from you. And today we're doing soup because it's cold outside. So we want to warm up our innards with a big bowl of good taste and hot piping soup. Don't give me that lukewarm stuff. I like the hot stuff. And we'll be back in just a minute to get started with our program on soups today. Here's today's at-home definition. Soup: any combination of vegetables, meat, or fish cooked in a liquid. It may be thick, thin, smooth, or chunky, served hot or cold. They can be served as the first course or as a meal or accompanied by a sandwich.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/athome.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we're getting started with our soups today. I'm going to show you how to make a really quick chicken soup. Like you get home from work and you think, boy, a nice hot cup of soup would be great. This is the one you want to do. First of all, we have 3 14.5-ounce cans of chicken broth already in our pot. And then to that, it's over medium-high heat. We're going to bring it to a nice boil, okay? Needs to get up there and get going. Now we're going to add 2 cups of the little baby carrots. Convenient, you can get them very easily at the store, you don't have to clean them and peel them and all of that. And we're also going to add a medium onion that's just been chopped. That's going to go in there. Okay. And some garlic. This is just like 1 clove minced. You know what's another time saver is like if you buy it in a jar already minced. That will help you get things done quickly so that you don't have to stand and mince or whatever. This will come up to a chicken soup very, very quickly, and you'll enjoy it. Okay, and some celery seed. That's all going in there. If you want to put some fresh celery in there, you could do that. Now, you want to bring that to a boil. Once that gets to a boil, then we're going to reduce the heat a little bit, and we're going to add 2 chicken breasts. Or if you're really in a big hurry, you can buy the already cooked chicken pieces, or if you get like one of those rotisserie chickens, take the chicken off that. You need 2 cups or about a pound. And then you're going to add that to it. And you're going to put some salt and pepper, put a lid on it, cover it, let it cook 25 minutes. You have chicken soup. It's wonderful. It's easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken in here now. This needs to come to a boil. And we're going to pretend like it has. Do some pepper, like that. And I'm going to do some salt. Okay, and this is that coarse salt, which I really, really like. You might invest in a box that doesn't cost a lot, but it's more pungent, so you use less than the other salt, the table salt. Let me stir this up here. This is for one of our other soups. Just want to brown that down a little bit. Okay, so here we are. We have our chicken. Oh, this is going to be great. Quick chicken soup. I'm not going to add my 1/4 of a cup of pasta, orzo, ange di pepe, any kind of ditelloni, ditali, any small pasta. You can use that, but this is orzo, but this needs to come to a boil before I add it. So when that does, I'll put it in. And then before you serve it, you're going to do a tablespoon of chopped cilantro. And this is so different from parsley. People say, oh, it's just parsley. Guess what? When you begin to chop that, that aroma comes up. It is so different, and it really does make it delicious. It really, really does. Some people put it in while it's cooking. I kind of like it a little bit later. But there's your chicken. That's simple, okay? That's the first one. So let me just switch these pots out, because I'm going to start with the other one. Hey, that's a little hot on that one. We're going to pop this over here. Okay? Now our next pan, we got pots going everywhere because we got soup going everywhere today. Okay, the next one is called tomato zucchini. And it's a great soup because it has fresh zucchini. It's got tomatoes. In fact, this is a large can of chopped tomatoes, or if you have fresh ones, use them. But we're going to go ahead and put them right in our soup pot. You have to get a nice big tall spoon for this one because this is a deep one. Okay? Now, we're going to do that. We're going to add our soup mix. Now, this is Lipton's makes this, and this is Lipton's onion soup with beef flavor. You want to make sure you get the right bag, okay? Comes in a box with a couple envelopes. These are nice to have around as a basis for any kind of a beef soup. So, we're just going to add that right in there with the tomatoes. Let's see, everything's going good here. Let's see. I'm going to mix that around. Okay, and I'm going to add a couple of cups of water to this too. You can just eyeball it. That's about 2 cups, I would say. Maybe a little more, won't matter. You want to mix that around. That soup's the soup, beef flavored onion soup mix will dissolve in that water, and the tomatoes will cook down and give you a lot of moisture. Okay, now we're going to add a medium onion. Say my kids don't like onion, they don't like the taste of, well, you don't use onion salt. Just don't put the onions in, they'll never know, but you'll have that flavor. And we're going to do, let's see here. This would be our pepper, 1 medium pepper chopped. I like these kind of soups that all you do is just drop them all in. You don't have to keep playing with them, add this, take this. I like them when you can just put them all in there, turn it on low and let it cook, because that's what's going to make it really good. Okay, now, this looks like a lot of zucchini, but this is 3 zucchinis. And we've just cubed them. We've not peeled them or anything, so we're going to add that to the pot too, because this is going to cook down and give us moisture too. Okay. And again, now what I've done here, this one is a pound of ground meat I'm browning in a skillet, and you just want it to brown. Make it nice, not extra lean, but doesn't have to be real fatty, shouldn't be real fatty. But you want the juices of the taste of that beef, because that's also going into this pot to season this soup. So we just want it to brown off, get the red off of it. So we have this in this adjacent pan. I think we're almost there with it. Remember, it's going to also continue to cook once it gets in the soup pot, so it doesn't have to be completely and totally. Just want to render some of that flavor. Get some of that good flavor going. Okay. We're almost there with that. I'm mixing this one. Looks thick now, but once you get that other in there and that zucchini starts cooking down and moisture releases, this will be a wonderful chunky soup. All right, let me see, what else do I have to put in here? We need to put some pepper. You want to put some crushed red pepper in there, you want to put some Tabasco, you know, or wait till you get it to the table, help yourself. And we're going to use some dried oregano. This would be 1 teaspoon, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Let's see, make sure I have everything. We need a little bit of salt. Okay. And when this gets rendering a lot of its juices, gets really cooking, then we're going to add a cup of elbow macaroni. And right now, we're going to add all of our wonderful, tasty ground beef. Yum, yum. This is going to be a hearty soup that'll be great for supper, let me tell you, with a salad and a nice crusty bread. Tell you, you're going to love it, okay? All right, we're going to take a break. We come back, we've got some more soups to show you, so stay right where you are.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club.
Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, we're doing soups, quick and easy soups, soups for supper, soups for a snack, soups to be served with a sandwich, soups that could be a main meal, main entree. Just incredible soups today, okay? We have our chicken soup going. We've got the zucchini. Look at that zucchini tomato soup. Oh, boy. With the ground beef. Now, we're going to add some elbows to that when that starts cooking down. About 20, 25 minutes, that thing will be ready, okay? And the third one, now, I've made creamy potato soup for you before. We've all loved it. This one's different. This one was from one of our viewers, CD, who said, family and church members all ask me to make potato soup because yours is the best. She said, my doctor friend says it is her comfort soup when she doesn't feel well. Well, when you see what's in it, you'll say, wow, that doctor's pretty interesting, because we've got potatoes, about 3 to 4 pounds of potatoes, and they say just to quarter them, okay? So we've got them cooking. They're almost to the point where they're going to start to fall apart, so you don't want them real, real well done, but I think these are just great. And we've also taken 1 large onion and chopped it up, and we put it in to cook with the potatoes and just covered it with water, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to take some eggs. We have a couple of eggs and flour. Now, what we're going to do with this soup, it's going to make it creamy, is the starch comes out of the potato, and then we're going to whisk a couple of eggs. And CD doesn't tell us how much flour, but he says that add enough flour and mix it until a batter forms like a pancake consistency. So you know, if you've made pancakes, what that's like. So we're going to start with a little bit, because you can always add more, but if you get stuck, you have to add another egg if it's too thick. So we're just going to add a little bit of time, and we're going to blend it well, like this. Nothing like a pot of soup when you come in the door, when it's a cold, cold day, you've been freezing. Maybe you're working in an area where it's really cold, or you had to sit on a bus to get home or something. You know what, there's nothing like a bowl of soup. And these aren't huge, big vats of soup. These are soups you can make, freeze some portions and eat some portions, give some to a neighbor. I think we'll add a little bit more flour to that, because it certainly isn't a pancake consistency. You might have it there now. We're getting there. Okay? I think we're going to need even some more. Probably takes a little bit more than you would think, but just add it by a tablespoon at a time when you get to this point, so that you can have control of it, so that when it gets into that batter, see how much thicker that's getting now? I think we're almost there. Depends on how you like your pancakes. We like kind of thin pancakes, and some people like thick ones. So potatoes are bubbling away, and they have to be boiling away. You don't want to sacrifice this, because this has to go into a boiling liquid. I don't know, maybe just a little bit more, he said, but don't make it stiff. Okay, so we're not going to make it stiff. Takes a little while to adjust to that. 2 eggs, you probably need about, I'd say probably a half a cup of flour, but you really need to try it, okay? I think we're there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and with a half teaspoon, imagine, just something that small, we're supposed to just drop this, because these are dumplings. This is, that's a fourth. This is a half teaspoon. You see how little that is? I hope you can see that. Can you see that? That's a little bit of dough, which isn't very, very much at all. Okay? So I'm going to take this spoon out. I love it when you send recipes and I try them for the first time, because I feel like I'm you when you try my recipes for the first time. Now we're just going to drop them in. Okay. You know what I think? We're going to make it a little thicker, because I can tell that that consistency isn't quite right. Needs to be a bit thicker, because they'll hold together if it's the right consistency. Okay. I think we're there, but I'm going to do one little bit more. We're going to have enough to feed the neighborhood, that's for sure. But I like trying new things. This is fun, because you know what? Then you'll try them and you'll say, I can't believe I actually made that. It turned out well. And why not? You don't know until you try. That's one thing I always tell you, just try. I trust that through the holiday season, you tried some new things. You made some stuff, you surprised yourself at how good it was. And everybody said, yeah, that was really good. And you were there saying, hey, I did it. That's great. I'm proud of you. So all I ask you to do is try. Okay, now let's try it this time. Now we're going to drop it like a little dumpling. Oh yeah, see how it stays together? That's how you know. Okay, just dropping them. And this is going to be dumplings in our soup. You imagine? Oh, man. Okay, try to get them like all around. Don't put them all in one spot. Just do them every here and there. It's nice to have like a Dutch oven to make your soup in, because you have a wide surface to work on. If you have a narrower surface, that's not real good. So just keep dumping these, putting them all over the top, and there you have our soup. Okay, now when these start to get totally done and they come to the top and they are completely cooked, then you're going to add a stick of butter and stir gently so you don't break them down. And then you're going to add a pint of half and half. That's where the cream comes in. Wow. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be delicious. I know it will be. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have soup on the deck, and we're going to have some of the closing remarks for you. Okay? We'll be back in just a minute.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/at-home.
Let's look at the wonderful soups we made for the cold winter days. First, we have our quick chicken soup. Look at that. It's the easiest, the broth, wonderful cilantro. We put the cilantro in there at the very end. That's an awesome soup. Here is our tomato zucchini. Look at that. Oh my. We just added a bit of Parmesan cheese right on top. Oh, wow. And this is our potato dumpling. Now let me just serve you a little of this. I think your family would like that. Just put a little bit of parsley flakes around the top. Oh yeah, that's comfort food, hearty food all the way. All we did was add a crusty bread, some crackers. We made a little tossed salad over here. Here you have your whole dinner right there in a bowl. And this is the kind of thing that, as my mom used to say, it sticks to your ribs because it's wholesome. It's got the pasta. Remember, we put the 1 cup of the elbow macaronis in there and sprinkled the cheese. It's got the meat. Good for you, good tasting. We hope that it's been a good program for you. It sure has for us, because you've dropped by. We're glad when the family comes by, always, always when you come by. Don't forget, when Sunday comes, make it out to the house of the Lord, okay? Well, until we see you the next time, be sure to join us, because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.